What's up, folks? I just wanted to record this video. I got my little arm thing here now, so my head doesn't look so big by me holding the camera like right here. And uh, and so I was able to tighten this thing down, so it's stable now, and I can actually, you know, up my game some. Right? Still working with this whole technology thing. Has not been a strong suit. I wanted to shoot this just short video about healers and or healing, and if you, especially if you are a healer, to make sure that you are, what can I say? I mean, I don't think I'm saying anything that most of you guys don't already know. And at the same time, take care to protect yourself, because you have a lot of people out here with a lot of issues, a lot of damaged people in terms of, emotional, psychological, physical ailments or what have you. And a lot of these folks come to you a lot of times maybe because they've been written off by Western medicine and they're looking for somebody that can give them some alternative that will actually help them to get to a space of healing. And you have a lot of those folks that are well meaning and really do want to do the work. And so at that point, it's really just about using discernment, being shrewd and having a relationship with our creator, to help guide us on who we want to take on and who we don't. And when you're talking about business and a way to make a living, that's not always the easiest thing to do if that's your main source of livelihood. So anyway, just finished watching this documentary about Bruno Kronig, and he was a healer in, like, if I said his name, I think I said his name right. He was a healer in like 1950s Germany, and he was doing a lot of great work. And but the main point I want to make clear is, as he said, I don't heal anybody. It's God that heals. He's just, in other words, he was really just saying, I'm just a channel. And I don't even think in his practices, is, if memory serves me right, that he actually even physically, laid hands on people like some healers will do. And in this day and time, when you got so many people looking to get over on you, again, that's why you got to be careful. And I think to a large extent, one of the most important things too is that as a healer or even as a creative person, learn about business because it's going to benefit all of us, to learn about having our corporation set up with the right type of corporation, knowing some things about law, in addition to maybe actually having counsel that we retain. If we choose not to do a lot of that ourselves, is going to be really important because, again, that's just the times that we live in. You gotta protect yourself. Um, and looking at his work and what they ended up doing to him eventually is criminal. And then the dude did not even take money for the work and for the convers. It was really just conversations that he had with people, and he was just say stuff like, "You're healed." I'm not sure. You got to see the documentary. It's a long documentary. It's like three parts to it, and it comes in German and it also comes in American on YouTube. Bruno Kronig, um, and Kronig is like Greonig, I think. Fascinating, a very powerful spirit. And the other thing too is, like, when I look at like Dr. Sabi and a lot of stuff he was doing, and they literally talked about how they had locked him up at one point, and then how a lot of the people that he had helped them to heal from their disease. I don't want to say cure, because cure is a word that's owned by the Federal Drug Administration. That just goes to show you how it's just all business and it's all money. Anyway, long story short, he and his herbal compounds did a lot to help people to get better. I'll put it that way. There was a natural remedy. Even with Mr. Kronig, it was a natural remedy. And but it's, I guess, the thing in looking at their work, looking at the work of Renee Esiac of Canada, who was a nurse that created this herbal compound. I know one of the herbs in it is burdock root that was beneficial as being something that proved to be a remedy to help people heal from cancer. It was a powerful documentary, and it's like the Forbidden Cancer Cures. That's the name of the documentary on YouTube. If you get a chance, check it out. And then even this one guy, Caucasian, a lot of times, I mean, I hate to say this, but a lot of times for black people, we kind of have had it like if we do it, we have more of a bullseye on our chest than others. But this dude, uh, Harry, what's his name? Harry Hoxie, I think. He um he actually was a wealthy businessman in Texas, and he was at his clinic. They were actually doing things that were helping people to heal from cancer, naturally. And then there's Dr. Stanislaw Brzezinski, who has a facility in Texas as well, if I'm not mistaken, that has been taken through the ringer. I mean, like multiple times over the techniques that he uses that actually help people to heal from cancer. Because cancer is not about disease; it's about money. It's a business, and the money that they make from cancer is ridiculous. I mean, it's not just cancer; it's all these other degenerative diseases that the Western medical industrial complex, or the medical industrial complexes, they're about that paper. And anytime you start affecting the money, and to go to like Bruno Kronig's example, where he didn't even take money for the people that knew that because of their association with him, they got better, that they healed. That would definitely mess with them. So they're like, it's like you see the documentary, make your own conclusions, if you will. The main point is that as a healer, be sure to take care of yourself and learn what you need to learn about business and learn what you need to learn about law and pray. If you got faith in a higher power, pray, because the times that we're in, even going back to like looking at his time, that was in the 1950s in Germany when he went through all of the stuff that he went through before he passed. I think he died in like 1958 or something. Um, when you look at that, it just goes to show you that even, during those times, people were being still persecuted for performing great works. And he was Christ-like. He really was. And looking at his story, the man was Christ-like, and he gave so generously of himself, even at the expense of his own life. But that was why he was here. He was here to do the work that he did in the space that he did. And it's always good to know that, for one, that don't everybody doesn't have to be a martyr. There are heroes. There are people that do healings, people that free people from injustices, that do live to see a long, healthy, and prosperous life. So know that as well. You have a lot of people that get martyred, and then you also have a lot of people that live a long, healthy, and amazing life, even for all the great works that they do. So, just understand that we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and to really focus on your spiritual growth and development on the path to helping others to heal, because that's just as and that's really the most important component. And then again, like the Bruno Kronig talked about, he said, I'm not the healer, God is the healer. He always gave credit to God, or the creator, the most high, whatever you choose to call him. So, take care of yourself, and know, even if you are a person that's seeking to be healed, that healing is possible. And pick up a copy of the book, Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. In that book, she lists all the diseases and the negative thought form that brings on the dis-ease in the body, because everything starts in the mind first before it manifests in the physical body. And this is the main point I want to make. Pharmaceuticals don't heal. Herbaceuticals don't heal. In other words, herbs, plant-based compounds don't heal. Healing starts here. And if you want to heal, you will heal. It is a self-generated conversation. It is something that is created from the inside out. And if you want to heal, healing can be yours. You got to want it. It's like anything else. If you want the great woman in your life, if you want the great guy in your life, you want a successful business, whatever you are wanting and desiring and a demand for, you got to just dig in and just say, no matter what, it's going to happen. And if you do that, it will. I'm a firm believer in that. And healing is no different. So, Like just to use this one example, how they talk about um, the placebo effect versus the sugar pill. Now, how they give the one group the sugar pill and say it's the the actual drug, and they'll give the other group the drug and say it's the sugar pill. And the people that they gave the sugar pill to, that they said was the drug, because people believed in it and they believed in it so strongly, they got better. This is documented. This happened more than one time, I would assert, in terms of scientific research or study. So just realize that everything starts in the mind first. And when we heal in the mind, excuse me, whatever it is that's had us jammed up or whatever it is that's held us, had us held back, then that just creates the space for magic and miracles to show up, because I really believe that you look at the work of great healers and the people that do great work, they are representing what Christ and Buddha and all the great prophets talked about when they said that, hey, yeah, I'm pretty great, but greater things shall ye do. In other words, you can do the same thing I can do and greater. And, Christ, Buddha, I would assert, I know it said in the Bible, Christ mentioned that, or the consciousness of Christ. That's how it occurs for me. That is really a consciousness more so than anything. Regardless of what your view is on that kind of thing, just know that we're powerful beings and we have the ability to affect change in ways that can show up as miraculous or magical. And really is just the Most High just working through us to deliver something to somebody that's really seeking it. As the saying goes, from a slightly different point of view, they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So it's sort of like when the person that wants to be healed is ready, the healer will appear. So just know that plants and herbal compounds are a great benefit to healing, and at the same time to work on the mental part and get rid of whatever toxic or negative beliefs um, that brought on the disease. Have those addressed first and foremost, and really practice self-care and self-love and compassion, with ourselves to facilitate what our body naturally wants to do anyway, which is to heal itself. The body is like you get a cut on your hand, you don't physically, you know, make the cut get better. It gets better on its own. You know what I mean? So, this tool, this body is an amazing instrument. So respect it and enjoy it for many, many long, healthy, and prosperous years to come. And know that healing is possible. So that's all I really wanted to share. And whether you're a healer or the one seeking to be healed, just operate from love and uh, and know that it's possible. Success, if you choose to do it as a business, is possible as a healer. And if you just choose to not charge, like Bruno Gronig, or if you are a person seeking to heal, those answers are there. And just ask your ancestors or angels or spirit guides for that discovery and for those answers to be revealed. And just trust and have faith and know that they are there. Mother Nature is phenomenal, and everything I believe that we really are looking for to heal or exist in nature. They say that anxiety and depression, that Japanese study that's circulated about, talks about it helps to alleviate anxiety and depression by just spending time out in nature, going on a hike or, maybe going on a weekend camping trip or, just things that help our bodies to reset, our body clock to be reset by just being more in that natural rhythm and tune that's called nature is an absolutely beautiful thing. And so, yeah, just keep doing those little things like that and know that healing is yours if you're the person seeking to be healed. Take care of yourself and feel better and be well. Be exceedingly well, as I like to say. And Happy New Year.